Hi, it's Ian here from Six String Gym, and we're going to learn our first scale today. Now we did kind of start to learn the first scale in the first video where we actually went through all the notes on the neck of the guitar, and that was a C major scale. And so we're going to develop that a bit further today and set up the basic outline which will be used to learn every major scale. And the way we do this is that we break the neck up into pieces. So I'll show you first of all with a picture on the screen there of the layout of the neck with all of the notes of the C major scale on it, and you can see there's just dots all the way up the neck. And at first it seems like a intractable problem to learn where to put your fingers on all of these dots, just by looking down and trying to play. So what we do is we break it up into positions so that your hand only has to cover a certain amount of frets at a time. And so because the major scale only has 7 notes in it, there are effectively 7 positions to learn. And you'll be able to see the diagrams for that by going to the links at the bottom in the description underneath this video. But I'll run through each position for you now. And so what we're going to do, we're going to need a technique to do it, and there's a number of ways of just running up and down the notes. This isn't, by the way, this isn't like improvising or playing melodies. This is just about learning where the notes are on the neck, and so that when you look down you can actually see where you've got to put your fingers if you want to play in a particular scale. But today we're working on the C major scale. So position 1. Technique. There are a number of different techniques. I like the legato technique, where I tend to pick the first note and then on the first string and the first note on the last string. And it sounds something like this. Or you could go for something like what Frank Gambale does, which is a sweep picking version, which is on the way down you pick downwards, upwards, downwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, and upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, upwards, upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, sorry, upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards, something like that. You'll get it anyway if you have a go. The idea is that as you move from one string to the next string, you just keep picking in the same direction. This is as opposed to what's called the alternate picking technique, which every single note you pick, the pick is going in the opposite direction to the last. So it'd be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and so on. And you know, a lot of guitar players, Tony McAlpine, Billy Moore, all sorts of guys out there, they get to do this really, really quickly after a while. I used to be able to do it quite quickly, but I prefer the legato technique now, so that's the way I play. So my alternate picking is not as quick as it used to be. You can also just pick one note per string, sort of. That type of thing. Okay, so let's just run through the positions for you. We'll start with position 1. Position 2. Position 3. Position 4. Position 5. Position 6. And position 7. And because there's only 7 notes, now if I went to sort of position 8, that would be the same as position 1, but 12 frets up. And so on. Okay, so what can we say about that? I mean, the important thing here is that that you get an even tempo between your notes, particularly if you're using something like the sweep style picking, where you're doing sort of down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. You'll find that the picking in one direction is easier than the other, and it will tend to cause the notes to come out at a less even tempo, so you'll get da-da, da-da, da-da. And so it takes some work to actually pull them back in and make sure that all the notes are da, 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 da. So you'll need to work on that, but your technique will come with time, so don't worry too much about it. Just get stuck in and have a go. Okay, I think that's all I've got to say about this for now, and we'll see you on the next lesson. So good luck with that, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.